Yeah, I'll react to that, sure. Hey guys, what's up? McJibbin here, back in another reaction video. If you're new to the channel, hello, my name's Connor. I like to learn about history through YouTube recommendations. You guys have been so great at it so far. We got over 1,500 subs. Thank you guys so much. But yeah, if you're new, love to have you. Join the Discord. The original link to this video will be at the top of the description below, like always. And below that will be the Discord link. Just copy paste it into Discord. Join the party. Pull up a chair. Love to have you. More the merrier. All right, let's do it. When Iceland defeated Britain, the Cod Wars. I love fish and chips, so all right, let's do it.
If you were asked to think of the most
If you're not ready to learn, just get the hell out of here. There's the door. Unless you just want to chill, that's fine too. All right.
If you were asked to think of the most important wars in the 20th century, you'd likely think of the World Wars, Vietnam, or the Wars of Decolonization. It's unlikely that many people would think of the three undeclared wars between Iceland and the United Kingdom which occurred between 1958 and 1976. These were the Cod Wars and were fought between the Icelandic Coast Guard and the Royal Navy, and every time, Iceland won. There's some nuance to this, but to put it mildly, this was embarrassing. Every time.
I really like to create a nice atmosphere around here for you guys, but I really do want to learn, no matter if it's funny material or whatever. So if I back up a bit, sorry, I just didn't catch what was said.
These were the Cod Wars and were fought between the Icelandic Coast Guard and the Royal Navy, and every time, Iceland won. There's some nuance to this, but to put it mildly, this was embarrassing for Britain and does raise the question: how on earth did Iceland defeat the United Kingdom 3 times in a row? So, background. British fishermen had been using the waters around Iceland for hundreds of years at this point. As you'll know, Britain's favourite dish, fish and chips, required cod and lots of it, and so the British kept taking more and more and more and more of it. Given that Iceland's economy was based around fishing, this led to Icelandic incomes decreasing by just under 20%. And as such, the Icelandic government had to do something. As of the 1950s, it was internationally agreed that all nations had exclusive use of the waters within 3 miles of their coast. In 1952, Iceland declared that they would increase this to 4 miles, and in 1958 they declared that they would further increase it to 12. Britain decided to ignore this because nobody else was doing it, and also Iceland was a little nation with a population of about 170,000 people, and so what were they really going to do about it? Well, the Icelandic Coast Guard tried to detain a British fishing trawler but had to withdraw after the Royal Navy intervened. Over the next 2 years, both sides detained a British fishing trawler, and so what were they really going to do about it? Well, the Icelandic Coast Guard tried to detain a British fishing trawler but had to withdraw after the Royal Navy intervened.
They were right there. They were that close.
The next 2 years, both sides fired warning shots at each other, but barring that, there wasn't a great deal of action.
I mean, I love fish and chips, so, I mean, you need cod for that.
In 1960 years, both sides fired warning shots at each other, but barring that, there wasn't a great deal of action. In 1961, Britain climbed down and agreed to recognise Iceland's claim of 12 miles in return for rights to fish there during certain months. The First Cod War was over. But by 1971, Iceland was back to square one with its fisheries in trouble again. British fishermen flocked to Iceland during the months they were permitted to fish there, which led to depleted stocks and the same problems as last time. As such, the newly elected Icelandic government declared that it held the exclusive rights to all fish within 50 miles of its coastline.
Whoa! Turn it up to 100 right there. Wow.
The Icelandic government declared that it held the exclusive rights to all fish within 50 miles of its coastline. Not only did this upset Britain, but also West Germany, who also had fishermen operating in the area, and Denmark. Denmark was involved because it saw the Icelandic demands as encroaching on its waters around the Faroe Islands.
When did Denmark claim Greenland, by the way? I know Greenland is the territory of Denmark. Curious to find out when it became one.
Denmark was involved because it saw the Icelandic demands as encroaching on its waters around the Faroe Islands. Cue Cod War II. International arbitration ruled in favour of Britain, Germany and Denmark, and Iceland then promptly ignored it and started firing on British trawlers. And as a result, it was time to get the Royal Navy involved. Now, obviously this wasn't going to be a traditional naval war, and British ships didn't just start blowing up the Icelandic Coast Guard. Instead, they were ordered only to respond to Icelandic ships firing upon them, but this didn't mean that they couldn't do anything. And it wasn't long until British warships were ramming Icelandic vessels and vice versa, which in turn led to several casualties. So Britain did have one major problem in all of this: naval, which meant that they couldn't do anything. And it wasn't long until British warships onto Icelandic ships firing upon them, but this didn't mean that they couldn't do anything. And it wasn't long until British warships were ramming Icelandic vessels and vice versa, which
you can't fire on them, but
in turn led to several casualties. So Britain did have one major problem in all of this. Navally, the two nations weren't even comparable, but Iceland had an ace up its sleeve, which was its relationship to NATO, and so thus it threatened to withdraw from NATO if Britain didn't back down. Britain didn't wish to jeopardise the alliance, or more specifically annoy the Americans, and so they agreed to recognise the Icelandic demands. This was done on the agreement that British ships would be allowed to return after 2 years, and things were finally sorted. That is, until the agreement ran out and British ships returned. Cod War 3. You know the drill by now. Britain wanted to fish, Iceland said no and subsequently claimed more exclusive fishing rights, this time 200 miles. Britain fished anyway, the Navy got involved, ramming. It claimed more exclusive fishing rights, this time 200 miles. Britain fished anyway, the Navy got involved, ramming. In 1976, Iceland broke off international relations with the UK, and after a great deal of pressure from the US, Britain folded. It acknowledged Iceland's economic claims at sea, and the two restored relations soon after. The Cod Wars were finally over. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and thank you for watching.
Thank you for making a great episode, like always. I had no idea about this, but it's a part of your economy, and that means it's gonna, it's easy always saying, people died over fish, but it's a part of the economy. It's part of making money. It affects your citizens, but that's crazy. Never heard about that. Great episode, classic History Matters video. Just makes you want to learn more about it. And I'll be back with another video soon. Join the Discord. All right. See ya. And follow me on TikTok.